All right, so this week in Pax Day, we got female Zebians as well as some new assets being teased. So hello and welcome all of you amazing consumers of Pax Day and Pax Day related content out there. I'm Altari, the professional gamer, and this is another episode of the PAX Friday Review, the show where we talk about all the fun, interesting, new, and exciting information that has dropped for Pax Day over the last week. Like I said, this week we got a teaser showing some new assets, including the new female Zebian models. We're going to talk about all of that and what we can expect in the next update in the coming weeks. So let's go ahead and get to it. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video if you enjoy it, and I will see you over on playpaxday.com. All right, so here we are on playpaxday.com. We got another teaser for the new year. I guess this is the first teaser that we got this year since the last teaser was right before the new year. But yeah, we got a couple of things to talk about here. Unfortunately, it does not include the release date for the next patch content update. The one that we know is supposed to include Grace, or at least a initial implementation of it. But let's go ahead and take a look through these teasers and images, and we'll talk about a little bit of the stuff going on there. So first and foremost, they are not quite ready to share when we are going to be getting the next patch, but sounds like we're going to be getting it sometime between either next Friday or the following one is what it seems like. They're not locking down unless if they did, I would say that we're probably closer to a next Friday, but it sounds like they're trying to keep it open for either anywhere between the next 3 Fridays from now. Either way, we did get some new images and I am pretty excited for some of these. So we got some looks at floor tiles. These look to have a little bit more colored stone. Maybe these are more like tile or like clayed or kilned tile flooring. So I do think that all of these, while yes, they are just kind of reskins of other model assets, they are going to require different types of materials to make them. And I do think that this is getting ready to gear Pax Day up for what we'll know in the future with regards to resource disparity and how some regions are going to be more rich in certain types of resources. I think that also means it's going to actually visually translate into the types of buildings that we're eventually going to start seeing in Pax Day, where some buildings are going to have more of a regional feel to them, and that regional feel you'll know because of the different types of materials that are being used. And this is a great example of a different type of material that's being used. Maybe this is granite or limestone, or just it includes more clay. I don't know, but it is nice to actually see these floor tiles. Then we also have a simple shutter. We have a more sophisticated, less simple shutter in the game right now, which has some more like reddish colored boards. These are not nearly that. It's more simplified and most likely using a lower tier of lumber than what the current shutters are using. And then we got some new decoration pieces with some flower planters. Now, some of these that you can see here also have the old models in there as well. So it's kind of like a comparison of all of them. Some of these we've seen previously as well. So while there are some new planter assets, just know that some of the ones that we're seeing are not necessarily new. We got some fluffy animal rugs. Those look pretty cool. It'll be nice to actually be able to take that bear pelt and spread it out across your home's floor to kind of, one, show that you were able to kill the bear, but two, just more texture that we'll be able to place so everything's not looking all the same as you're placing stuff. And then we did get a new and kind of an exciting little piece here, which is the female Zebian model. Up until this point, we've been hypothesizing actually what Zebians were and why there were no female Zebians. It does look like that is changing now, and there are indeed female Zebians, and they are following Beelzebub just as much as everyone else in the cult of Zeb is. And I do like these specific concept art images. I think it does add a level of variety. This one with the headdress is definitely pretty dang cool. Now, I wonder if these are going to also have different types of abilities, different mob abilities, or if these are kind of interchangeable and mix and match with the same type of model that we have right now, but just in female form. So there's variety even with the same name. Example would be like this model that's right here on the right could actually be a Zebian Hierophant, but instead of a male version, it's the female version. And then we also got some clothing textures right here as well, with a couple of different types. You can see like the tunics and the pants of various sorts, with a whole unfortunate tone of I really hope that these aren't like human leather pants, but some of the like bloody parts that are here kind of make me feel like that is not a impossibility. So yeah, that would be kind of disturbing if that's what that is. But we do know that Zebians have kind of an obsession with pigs and pig leather, so maybe that could be what it is, and it just has a big similarity to human flesh. But either way, that is actually the entirety of the update that we have. I know this is a little bit of a shorter PAX Friday review. We do have the new patch that's going to be coming out. That's going to include Grace. There's a lot of exciting things that Grace is going to unlock for us as players. We already saw that it can give some buffs and stuff like that. We have not seen what it can do in terms of the like general option, though they have mentioned previously the miracles of teleportation. So for those who are just getting on board, Grace is a system that it allows for players to exchange the gold that they earn in game for Grace. You get a certain amount of Grace every day just for logging in, and you can do certain things by using Grace. And one of those has been revealed to be the miracle of teleportation, but we actually haven't seen that in the UI elements in game yet. And that could be because it might not be getting included in this round. It might be, but I am still very excited for what's to come with this second half of the verse 2 patch, the market stalls patch. And there's a lot of exciting stuff coming later in 2025. That video is still in the works. As I mentioned, last PAX Friday review, I was under the weather for the first part of 2025, and I wasn't able to get that video out. I do apologize, but it is going to be coming out in the very near future, and I'm very excited to kind of share my hypothesizing of what's to come in 2025 for PAX Day. 25 is going to be the year of PAX Day. We're going to see a lot of the anticipated mechanics coming into the game. I know a lot of people in previous videos have mentioned that PAX Day doesn't feel like it's a full game. It's not a playable game, some have even said. And that is because yes, it is in development, but a lot of these features are going to be coming in 2025, and they're going to make the game it's going to be a completely different beast. Right now, it just feels like a very good looking version of like Valheim, except there's not bosses in game yet, and the progression only goes maybe a quarter of the way that Valheim does currently. But this is still going to change the game at such an intrinsic level. All the different features between Grace, knighthoods, the guild system, and all of these other intricate features. We know that there's mounts that are pending as well. They've mentioned before, we have planter systems, weather systems, all of these different things that are going to be coming into the game at some point. Most likely a majority of these will make its way throughout 2025, and mainframe still has claimed that they're planning on releasing the game in June of 2025. I think that's probably getting pushed out, but we'll talk about all of that in the upcoming what to expect in 2025 video. So if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe so that you can get notified whenever we come out with new Pax Day or Pax Day related content, and share this video with any of your friends. I'd also like to take a special moment to just thank all of you entrepreneurs, C-suite executive consumers, and prosumers for supporting this channel. It is greatly appreciated. You definitely help us increase the quality, and I have some very exciting announcements for some new things that we're going to be doing on this channel in the next month or two, and I'm very excited to share those as they come along. We're just kind of finalizing the plans on them right now, so do know that your support is very welcome, and we are trying to turn that into more entertainment and more fun to be had on this channel. So with that being said, I will talk to you all in the next video. Thanks again for watching. I'm Altari, the Professional Gamer.